Hello, everyone. Today, I invite you to join me on a journey to explore something that shapes almost every part of our lives: money. But this won't be just another talk about saving or investing. I want us to ask deeper questions. What is money really? Why does it hold so much power over us? And how can we rethink our relationship with money to live fuller, happier lives? Let's start from the very beginning. Imagine you are living thousands of years ago, in a world without money. Back then, if you wanted something, you had to trade. If you had wheat but needed meat, you had to find someone with meat who wanted wheat. This is called bartering. But bartering was hard because you needed a double coincidence of wants. Both people had to want what the other had. This is why money was revolutionary. It acted as a middleman, something that everyone agreed had value. Whether it was shells, salt, or coins, money made exchange simpler and more efficient. But here's the key point. Money itself is only valuable because we all believe it is. If tomorrow we all stopped believing that a $10 bill has value, it would just be paper. Fast forward to today, and most of our money is no longer physical. It's digital, stored as numbers in computers. When you tap your phone to pay, you're not handing over anything real. It's just an electronic signal moving numbers from your account to someone else's. This makes us realize that money is, in a sense, a shared story we all agree to believe. But let's pause and reflect. If money is just an idea, why do we chase it so hard? Why do we let it define success, happiness, or even self-worth? Here's where things get interesting. Many people believe that more money equals more happiness. And it's true, to a point. If you're struggling to meet basic needs like food, shelter, or healthcare, more money can dramatically improve your life. But studies show that once you reach a comfortable standard of living, extra money has a much smaller impact on happiness. So why do people keep wanting more? Part of the answer lies in comparison. We look around and measure ourselves against others. It's not just about how much we have, but how much we have compared to friends, neighbors, or celebrities. Social media has made this even worse, constantly showing us the glamorous lives of people who seem to have everything. So how can we break free from this trap? One way is to rethink how we use money. Research suggests that spending on experiences like travel, learning, or time with loved ones often brings more lasting joy than buying material things. Why? Because experiences create memories and connections, while objects lose their excitement over time. Another powerful way to use money is through generosity. When we give to others, whether it's donating to charity, helping a friend, or simply buying someone a meal, we feel a sense of purpose and connection. Giving reminds us that we are part of a larger community, and that's deeply fulfilling. Now, let's zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Money doesn't just shape individual lives, it shapes entire societies. Access to money can mean access to better education, healthcare, and opportunities. But it also creates gaps between rich and poor, between those with opportunities and those without. These inequalities raise tough questions. How do we create a fairer world? Should wealth be shared more equally? What responsibilities do those with more resources have toward others? And then there's the question of what money can't do. It can't buy love, trust, or meaning. It can't fix a broken relationship or replace time lost with family. Sometimes we forget this and sacrifice things that matter for the sake of earning more. We stay late at the office, skip vacations, or put off our dreams, all in the name of making more money. But at the end of the day, we can't take it with us. So what does this all mean for you? First, take a moment to reflect. What does money mean in your life? Is it freedom, security, status, power, or something else? There's no right or wrong answer, but understanding your personal relationship with money can help you make wiser choices. Second, develop good money habits. Learn to budget, save, and spend mindfully. Understand the difference between needs and wants. It's not about denying yourself pleasure. It's about making sure your money aligns with what you truly value. Finally, remember that you are more than your bank balance. Your worth as a person is not measured by the size of your paycheck or the brand of your clothes. True wealth comes from relationships, purpose, and living a life that feels meaningful to you. Let me end with a story. A few years ago, a study was done with lottery winners and people who had suffered serious accidents, such as losing the use of their legs. One might think that winning the lottery would make someone permanently happier, and that suffering a major injury would make someone permanently sadder. But, surprisingly, after about a year, both groups returned to roughly the same level of happiness they had before. This tells us something profound. Long-term happiness doesn't depend just on money or circumstances. It depends on mindset, relationships, and how we find meaning in our lives. So as you move forward, remember, money is a tool, not a goal. Use it wisely, use it generously, and never let it define who you are. Thank you for listening.